Audio Jungle.
You don't need to be told that you're watching Bystanders at Newsstands on Flip TV, your number one newspaper review program in the world. Bystanders at Newsstands with Michael Adekunle. Today's edition of this program, let's quickly move down to the Nation newspaper and the Punch. The Punch with a punchy headline here, and the Nation taking the nation on vital stories. Let's quickly move down. Pains gains of land border closure by LCCI Customs. Pains gains of land border closure by LCCI Customs. 10 feared killed in Ife by multiple crashes. On to the next one. Ex-pension chief Maina on wheelchair. No ruling on bail. Ex-pension chief Maina on wheelchair. No ruling on bail. Let's see how this goes. All right, government recovers 200 billion in final forfeiture, more cash in dollars. Government recovers 200 billion naira in final forfeiture, more cash in dollars. Moving to another story here. Row over ban of fuel supply at border towns. Row over ban on fuel supply at border towns. Quickly, let's get to see what we have on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Was the Punch dishing out to the public at the newsstand and to the whole world? Fuel sale suspension, Nupeng, Pengasan, back federal government, border residents film. Nupeng, Pengasan, back federal government, border residents film. Moving to the rider here, was the rider illustrating here, was he saying to the public? Border filling stations, conduits for smuggling, says Union Customs incompetence. Responsible for smuggling, says a community leader. Moving to another story on Oshibayo, which is the vice president of Nigeria. We are still at work. No sack letters, says Oshibayo's aides. We are still at work. No sack letters, says Oshibajo's aide. Of course, we had a story some days ago that 35 out of 80 of Oshibajo's aides were sacked by presidency. Okay, on to the next one. Federal government urges China to expedite action on Mambila projects. That's the power project. Federal government urges China to expedite action on Mambila project. Minimum wage again. States negotiations must end December 31, says Labour. States negotiations must end December 31, says Labour. Moving to another story, which is a sad one here. 8 feared killed in Edo court war. 8 feared killed in Edo court war. Osun may offer airports to private operator whose investors. Osun may offer airports to private operator, say whose investors. Herdsman kills sibling for having affairs with wife. Herdsman kills sibling for having affairs with wife. 29 die in Babachir yellow fever outbreak. A sad story here. All right, let's join our reviewers for more talks. Still Bystanders at Newsstands with Michael Adekunle on Flip TV. I'll be right back. DSS, Sowore, court. What do you have to say?
You know that Nigeria is one of the country that the present government have already, I don't know what to call it, whether put Nigeria in a horror danger, because there's no value for court order, because the judiciary is in pocket of the government. The government control the judiciary, and that is not what we know. The aspect of judiciary is to fight when things is wrong. But when things is wrong, when the judiciary speak, the government will oppose the order of the judiciary. And if the judiciary want to take order, they want to speak, They will now went to government to take permission before to speak. But that is not what Nigeria is all about. Now in Nigeria, there is no freedom of speech. There is no freedom of movement, no freedom of assembly, no freedom of anything. The government have put many people in bondage. He put them that anything going on, nobody should do what? Speak. Look at that man now, that Sowore of 18. By this time, he, in the country practicing democracy, he shouldn't have been in DSS custody up to now. Because he, okay now, this morning they said he have meet the condition, the bail condition, but he's still under DSS custody. Last week or this week, court was giving order that DSS should release Sowore on bail, and now he have meet every requirement given by the court, but he's still in DSS custody, which is not supposed to be. And you telling us that we are still in democracy. It's one thing for all of us to know that let the government come and tell us that now we are no more in democracy, we are in military regime. You understand? Everybody will have to understand that this is what is happening. You understand? Everybody will understand that this is what is happening, not by pretending that we are practicing democracy, but the democracy is not be practicing in the country. No, we should stop it. It's killing the image of the country. Look at the president now. He went to another country and stayed there, and he blocked border that no foreign something should enter the nation. But he want to go and enjoy the foreign things outside there. Look at it. Is it right? He blocked that nothing, anything foreign should not enter the country. But he went to receive foreign medical treatment because he know that there is no medical facility in Nigeria. He know that there is nothing that they put. As a president, he should be ashamed of himself. Because if he is ashamed of himself, he will not leave a country as a president to another place. When he want to do campaign in 2014, he make a statement that he will not go out for any medical trip in any country. But immediately he start, he begin to, do you know that when in 2015 to 2019, when he was a president, 200 days he spent outside. Yesterday I was browsing because when they were saying something, I had to go and check it. This man, as the president of Nigeria, he have 4 years, but he spent 200 days outside Nigeria. Then you tell me that we have government. Which fucking government? There's no government. They are just doing what to please their heart. You understand? Because if we have them, he will not leave a country. Instead of him being here finding a solution, how the thing will be better. And all the whole senator and representative, he blocked them for foreign trip. He called their trip this thing off. But him, as a president, only him have the right to be traveling in private issue. He travel on private without no handing over to the government. Everybody in the government has doing what they like. You understand? If you go to Aso Rock, everybody is doing what they like. That's why I see that nobody can speak. If everybody, both the DSS or army or police or everybody, they are doing what they like. Because they know that the president is not around and he did not hand over to anybody. Nobody to consult them, nobody to tell them, don't do this. And I let you know that anything can happen now as the president is not around. He's fighting corruption. Do you know how many corruption that are going on now that is not around? What are you telling me? You think that is one place that I know that the man is very, very what? Is very an illiterate somebody. Because if someone that is what? Learned, he will not do what he did. You understand how many weeks now? He says it's 3 weeks. We are just...
Which you think is supposed to hand over to the vice?
He's supposed to hand over to the vice president. Almost like we are going... 3 weeks is almost like 1 month. Before he will keep anything, he should let the people know that the reason why I do what I do, the office of the vice president is what? Corrupt. But they are fighting corruption. To say the truth, have you ever heard anything about corruption fight among the canopy of the APC? Have you heard anything among them? They can't say it. But it's not about corruption that make him not to drop it, but they may use that one as an excuse. They have him as the president have a reason, and he know that if he drop it now, that power may change hand. You understand? And he's, as a devilish he is, he don't want everybody to benefit. Because look at the day that he was traveling, or if Oshibanjo was in power, I tell you, Nigeria changed. If you used to notice it, Nigeria used to change. If he's not around, if Buhari is not around the president, if Oshibanjo take over power, Nigeria change that moment. But if you come back, everything do what? We draw back. What are you telling me? You know,
All right, that Maina on wheelchair. What do you have to say about that?
see, for me about all those ones, I don't have their time because when they are collecting the money self, they forget about the masses. Only person we are fighting for is that Sowore matter we start. I'm not talking about those ones. If any way that they can make them to bring the money, because this is also politics. They are still playing politics. Since how many years? 4 years ago that it start. That this Mena matter start. The same Dazuki. The same thing with Dazuki and Mena, it started the same time. So what are you telling me? Mena is still working freely and still outside and he is now working in a wheelchair and they are telling us that they take it to court every day, every week, every month. They are taking it to court. Well, if for me, they should leave the matter and let the man live his life because they are just deceiving people. They are not deceiving. They thought that I told them that they can't deceive me, but they can deceive everybody. You understand? So that is it.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Maina on wheelchair. We still have the issue
Yeah,
of
Maina,
yes, it's not releasing Sowore.
I think
and
Maina is not really sick. Maina is a crafty human being. Maina was found guilty of how many billions of naira, the money that belongs to the pensioners. Pensioners. That was 2014-15. Maina was found guilty of this crime. Billions of naira that belongs to pensioners, sorry. After finding him guilty, what did the court do then? Let me know whether you have sharp memory. You know what happened? My memory still tell me that the court gave Maina 7 months imprisonment for stealing 7 billion naira that belongs to pensioners. There was public outcry, even international communities. Everybody was crying to Jonathan, why should this be? Then when this man, monster called Buhari himself, came in, he was included in the ministerial appointment and other positions in government. They said, wow, an ex-convict, they have to fish him out, and they started nailing him. Now the man is coming out with his own film again, drama, that is on wheelchair. It is a stage. He staged it. It's a premeditated act. Maina is not sick. Maina is healthy. It is just another drama as staged by Metu and his colleagues. I tell you, Maina is wrong. They should hold him responsible. It's not only about recovering his 23 buildings. Those 23 buildings were siphon money from the purse of the pensioners, or what they call that platform they used to keep Nigerian pensions, money. Is it pension something Federation of Nigeria or some scheme? Thank you so much. That money belongs to Nigerian pension scheme. He stole it. He's trying to divert our attention. When someone, a crook, like a criminal, starts using diversionary tactics, we on the street, we know. Because we are craftier than them. Maina should be held responsible.
You know, Raphael, you are quite intelligent.
Yeah.
I respect
Thank you.
your
thank
brilliancy.
You. Thank you.
And I'm always glad to have you on this platform.
Yes.
So,
Irrespective that I don't believe I'm intelligent, I believe I'm nobody. But if you say so, well, maybe sometimes ago some people did say as you said now. So let me tell you, let's go get on issue of Sowore. Sowore, let me DSS still holding him back. Let me tell you, I made some comments many times ago, many weeks ago, when Sowore was arrested. I think that was 2 months ago or last month. Some months back. Let me tell you, Sowore's arrest was wrong. You know, sometimes we dig and investigate some of the victims to this government deep and deeper. When we unearthing some facts, we use it to criticize them. That's what I did. I'm sorry, Sowore, I criticized you because you worked against Jonathan, you worked against Abacha, you worked against Obasanjo, you worked against Yaradua, which was why I criticized you. But I didn't mean to hurt you. I shot the sheriff, but I didn't mean to kill him. You understand? I just shot you, but I didn't mean to kill you. So what happened currently is that you were held down by the current president of Nigeria or regime. It is wrong. You are doing what you know how to do best. A man of any family, a man that exists on this earth should know what he knows how to do best. He should do what he knows how to do best. That is what you are doing. In other sense, what do I mean here? I mean that the Yorubas should come out. The Yorubas, elites, students, guys on the streets, enlightened Yoruba men. Yoruba leaders, Afeni Fere, Yoruba diehards, somebody like Fani Kayode. Everybody should come out and bombard this illicit, devilish regime to bring this young man out upon the fact that, irrespective of the fact that court has released him, the so-called masqueraded DSS, the people that blocked National Assembly, but they were dazed by Dokubo's Dokubo's sister. Same people are still holding this innocent, brilliant Nigerian. Omoyele Sowore. Thank you. Yeah, Moire, they're still holding him there. Yoruba, stop criticizing him that he did this, he did that. Do your own. Start doing your own now. It's not about criticizing somebody. You criticize me that I abuse him or I said something wrong about him. What about Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu is my brother. I stood by him. I stand by him. I am still standing for him now. Let me tell you, stand for Sowore. Come out. I won't be agitating for this young man's release. After all, you know that we are not from the same ancestry. I'm an Igbo man. You are from same ancestry from Sowore. Fight for him. Stop crucifying him. He did what he is supposed to do. He did what he knows how to do best. Fighting for the masses. He says revolution now. If you are criticizing Sowore, okay, let me ask you a question. Do you like what is happening now? Are you enjoying yourself or are you gnashing your teeth? This government is worth changing. Revolution means change. It depends on from the angles you are looking at it. What the young man says is change. Let us change. The young man did not say let's carry gun and sack some people. It didn't come with violence. The young man is doing what he knows how to do best. Why are you crucifying him? You Yorubas, you should come out and fight for the guy. He's my guy after all. I love him. I love what he's doing. Thank you, Michael.
Raphael, it seems there's no respect for rule of law in this country.
At all. The court has been rubbish. The judiciary there has turned puppets to the executive. They are now houseboy to the executive, houseboys. I mean the lawyers, the chief judges, the sons, the so-called sons. I don't see the accolades. I don't see what makes somebody a son. When he is not respecting the law, when he is not asking, when he is not independent. You are dependent on the executive, you still call yourself a son. Judiciary should be separated from the executive. The legislative should be separated from the executive. The executive should be separated from the judiciary and the legislative. They should all be.
They should stand on their own.
Thank you. But you are depending on executive, all of you in the judiciary, you are getting it wrong. Justice will still judge you. And I still reiterate on this program that justice is God. Justice is more powerful than peace. If you could get justice, you've got peace. Justice is God. Justice is God. And provided justice is God, God is going to judge you. What's the name of that Sharia judge? That rubbish article, electoral tribunal, that old man. Tanko Mohammed, God is going to judge you. I don't mean Allah. I don't know Allah. I know God of Israel is going to judge you. You are punishing justice. You are rubbishing that image and integrity. You swore at the in the house that you are trying to maintain. Now you are tarnishing the image of justice. Our judiciary system, our legal system is better than zero in this rubbish, stupid regime.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Holding Sowore unjustly is not a good thing. It's not something that they are supposed to do. But they are holding him unjustly. Hence, he has met his bail conditions.
they would have released him, but they are still holding him.
Now, did Sowore did wrong by protesting against what is not right?
That is what we call in the law act of provocation. When you are provoked, you are bound to react. So, he did not do anything wrong, but because that the government of this country are afraid that they are not doing things in a way that is supposed to be. That is why they are trying to give that young man a jungle justice. So we ordinary Nigerians are provoked. We were pushed to the wall. When you carry a ball and bounce it on the wall, definitely the ball is returning back to you.
Now, looking at this, it seems since the beginning of this whole issue, the president has been keeping mute. He has not been saying anything. And some Nigerians have said that Buhari is aware of this. He knows what is going on, and he has hand in this. That if the president directs the DSS to release him, they will do that. What do you have to say?
Thank you. They are 100% right. Because DSS is an agency of the executive arm. So, yeah, it is an executive agency of the executive arm, not an agency of the legislative arm or judicial arm. So people that say like that, they are 100% correct. Because DSS, EFCC, all those ones carry assignment through the executive. They carry out the assignment through the executive. But the court of law supersedes all. Yes, they have given verdict that Sowore should be released. For crying out loud, the presidency, the executive, are supposed to respect the rule of democracy. They are supposed to respect democracy instead of going contrary to the orders of the courts. They are trying to show us that we are not yet ready to practice democracy. They are trying to show us that our Nigerian courts is not there to do the work that it's supposed to do. Because once they are gotten to a stage that a court of law will give verdict and the government will now turn the verdict upside down, it seems that it shows that there is no need having the courts as the last hope of common man. So they are there as what will I even say? All those justices are there like as a bench warmer. They are there as gold diggers and money mongers. So what am I trying to input? They should respect our democracy. We are in democracy. Sowore they are talking about, it is not even only Sowore that carried out the assignment. Many ordinary Nigerians are in support of what Sowore did. Because what is going on in Nigeria affects all of us. So it seems as if we are pushed to the wall and we are provoked. So once you provoke somebody, that person is bound to react. So what Sowore did, he did it on behalf of ordinary Nigerians to show the world our mind that we have been pushed to the wall, that we have been provoked. So they should not see Sowore as a scapegoat. Sowore is there to express the feeling of ordinary Nigerians to the world that we have been pushed to the wall, that we have been provoked. So we, the ordinary Nigerians, love the expression of what Sowore did. We love it. That is our mind. So governments need to change their way of administration. In many things, that things are not going well. Different sectors, economic sectors, security and otherwise. They should adopt proactive and drastic measures that is needed in order to curtail all those menacing factors to the barest minimum.
Now, you've heard your view, and I really love it. Very, very interesting one. Now, Maina, on which Nigerians have said that this man is playing pranks on them. Do you support this?
Maina on wheelchair. If it is on wheelchair, they should follow him suit. But we ordinary Nigerians, we have already known what is going on there. They should follow him suit. They should not leave him behind. Because Maina being on wheelchair, Maina is not on wheelchair. All of them there, both the judges that are prosecuting him, all of them are the same.
They are all corrupt.
They are all corrupt. They mingle and tangle. Mingle and tangle economically, politically, corruptionally, and otherwise. So, some of them might even be the ones that are giving this Sowore, this Maina, the advice to play this
Drama.
to play this drama so that he will escape justice. So, what I'm saying, if I thought that he has done so, they might give him space, but they should not leave him. Don't give him space. He will treat himself. After he treats himself, finish. They will still brought him to the book. I will say and say it again and again and again. Maina should be brought to book, jailed, and be treated like animal in the prison.
Which means the law should take its place.
Yes, I say Maina supposed to be brought to book, jailed, and be treated like an animal in the prison.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
And this is where we wrap it up onto this edition of Bystanders at Newsstands. Join us next time as we bring you interesting topical issues in Nigeria. Michael Adekunle still remains my name. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also join us on our Instagram handle, fliptv.ng. Latif Adibale, of course you know him, always behind the camera in the studio. Ojo Michael, the editor, keeping it real on Flip TV. Till I join you next time on this same channel. Keep having a good day and stay out of trouble. Bye.